Hello guys, how are you? Today we are going to continue our lesson about special right triangles, lesson 18.3. This will be part 2 and prepared by me, Ms. Salma Ahmed. Special right triangles, let's remember what we took. We took two types of special right triangles. We talked about 45, 90 degrees triangle, and today we are going to have 30, 60, 90 degrees triangle. The ideas that we will talk about: number 1, explain one applying relationships in special right triangles. Number 2, it will be the trigonometric ratios of a special right triangles. And number 3, explain 3 investigating Pythagorean triples. Let's have the second type of triangles, which is 30, 60, 90 degrees triangle. This is a scalene triangle with different sides length. In 30, 60, 90 degrees triangle, the hypotenuse is twice as long as the shorter leg, and the longer leg is root 3 times as long as the short leg. Let's say it on the drawing. So if I have the shortest leg, which is x, so the hypotenuse will be the doubling or the twice of x, which is 2x, and the side which is in front of 60, it gives me, or the leg, the other leg, it gives me x root 3. So the short leg is x, so here is x, and the hypotenuse will be 2x, which is doubling, and the leg opposite to the 60 degrees is x root 3, which is in front of 60. It's x root 3. Example 1. If I have this triangle, which is 30, 60 degrees triangle, I have the shortest leg is 3. So from this, I can find the hypotenuse directly, which is doubling the number. It will be 3 times 2, give me 6. If I need the leg, which is in front of 60, it will be x root 3. So I'm going to take 3 to multiply it by root 3. Now I have another one, which is, if I have the shortest one, which is 5, I can get the hypotenuse directly by doubling it, which is 5 times 2, give me 10. Now I'm going to get the leg in front of 60, which is 5 x, 5 root 3. If I have now the hypotenuse, so I'm going to get the shortest leg first, which is 4 divided 2. So I'm going to divide the 4 by 2 to get the shortest leg, which is 2. Now I'm going to get the 60, the side which is in front of 60, which is x root 3. Now x is 2, so it will be 2 root 3. More examples. If I have the hypotenuse, which is 8, so I'm going to divide it to get the shortest one, which is 8 divided 2 equals 4. This is x, so I'm going to use it to get the third one, which is 4 root 3. If I have the side which, or the leg which is in front of 60, it is 7 root 3. So I'm going to take the 7 as it is the x, so this is the shortest one, and then I'm going to get the hypotenuse, which I'm going to double 7 to be 14. Another one, if I have a side which is in front of 60, or the leg which is in front of 60, it will be 6 root 3. So I'm going to take 6 as it is the x, so it will be the short leg, and then I'm going to double it to get the hypotenuse, which is 12. Example 1, page 955. Find the unknown length. So here I have this triangle, which is a 30-60 triangle, and I have the shortest leg, which is 5 root 3. I need to find DF and I need to find DE. So as if it is a 30-60 degree triangle, so here is x, the shortest one, which is EF. So I can use it to double it to get the hypotenuse. So EF equal x equal 5 root 3. So if I double it to get DE, so DE is equal to x, which is 2 times 5 root 3. It gives me 10 root 3. Here is the hypotenuse that I need. Now I'm going to get the DF, which is DF is equal x root 3, as if it is the side or the leg which is in front of 60. So I need to know x. So x here is 5 root 3. So I'm going to multiply 5 root 3 times root 3. 5 stay as it is, and root 3 times root 3 give me 3. So it gives me 15. So this is the final one that I'm going to get as side. Your turn, page 956. Find the unknown length for this. Now I have the hypotenuse, which is 4 root 3. I'm going to draw the triangle with the rule that I have the shortest, which is x, and the hypotenuse is 2x, and the side or the leg in front of 60 is x root 3. It will be a very helpful one when you draw it while you are answering. Now I need to find JL and JK. So as if they are, as if this triangle is 30-60 triangle, so KL is equal to x equal 4 root 3. This is the hypotenuse. So I can get x. So JK equal x equals 4 root 3 over 2. After simplifying 4 divided 2, it gives me 2 root 3. So JK is 2 root 3, which is x. So this is the shortest leg. Now I need to find the side which is in front of 60. So JL is equal x root 3 as in the rule. So x now is 2 root 3. I'm going to substitute 2 root 3 times root 3. So JL, it gives me 2 times root 3 times root 3 give me 3, and it gives me 6. So JL, it gives me 6. This is the final side. Example. Find the trigonometric ratios of 30-60 angles. So here I need to find the sine, cosine, and tan for 30. And I need to find sine, cosine, and tan for 60. So now if I follow the same steps to find the rest of the length, if I have the shortest leg, which is 3, I will double it to get the hypotenuse. So 3 times 2 give me 6. Now I'm going to find the third length, which is BC, in front of 60. It gives me x root 3, which is 3 root 3. Now we are going to get sine 60. Sine 60 is opposite over hypotenuse, so 3 root 3 over 6. After simplifying, it gives me root 3 over 2. Cosine 60, it will be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 3 over 6. It gives me half. And tan 60 is sine 60 over cosine 60. I'm going to divide root 3 over 2 divided half. It gives me root 3. I'm going to follow the same steps to get sine 30, which is opposite over hypotenuse. So it's 3 over 6. It gives me half. Cosine 30, it gives me adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 3 root 3 over 6. After simplifying, it gives me root 3 over 2. And tan 30, it gives me sine 30 over cosine 30, which is by dividing half divided root 3 over 2, it gives me 1 over root 3. So this leads us to use this table, which is very important. If I need to find sine 30, it gives me half. If I need to find cosine 30, it gives me root 3 over 2. If I need tan 30, I'm going to divide the sine over cosine to get me root 3 over 3. So if you studied this table, it's very important. You can use it by default, sine, cosine, and tan for 30, and sine, cosine, tan for 60. So we can find that in the sine 60 is equal cosine 30, and vice versa. Cosine 60 equals sine 30. So here is sine 60 is equal root 3 over 2. You will find cosine 30, it will be root 3 over 2. And cosine 60 half, it gives me sine 30 half. Why? Because they are a complementary angles to each others. Do you remember? So sine of 60 is equal to, sine 60 is equal to the complementary cosine of the complementary angle. Okay, if I have this, let's deduce, if I have this triangle, the shortest leg is 1, so the hypotenuse, if I double it, it will be 2, and the side in front of the 60, it will be root 3. So the hypotenuse is twice as long as the shorter leg. So the length of the hypotenuse is 2. The longer leg is root 3 times as long as the shorter leg. So the length of the longer leg is 1 root 3, or we can say it root 3. So here we have this table, which is very, very important to study, and we can use it by default if you study it well. So sine 30 gives me half, cosine 30 gives me root 3 over 2, sine 60 gives me root 3 over 2, and cosine 60 gives me half. So you will find that sine 60 gives me the same answer in cosine 30, and sine 30 gives me the same answer in cosine 60. If you divide each one of this, you can find the tan. So tan 30 is half divided root 3 over 2, and tan 60 is root 3 over 2 divided half. The third type, or the third idea, is Pythagorean triples. A Pythagorean triples is a set of positive integers a, b, and c that satisfies the equation a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This means that a, b, and c are the legs, and AB are the legs, and C are the hypotenuse for the right triangle. Right triangles that are non-integers sides will not form a Pythagorean triple. As an example, if I have 3, 4, and 5, so this is the first triple that we must know. It's a well-known triangle. If I have a triangle with short leg 3 and the longer is 4, the hypotenuse should be 5. The second one well-known, which is 5, 12, and 13. So if I have a right triangle, which is the shortest is 5, the longer is 12, so the hypotenuse should be 13. And you can use and check by your calculator by the Pythagorean rule. The third one, which is well-known, 7 and 24 and 25. 25 will be the hypotenuse because it's the longest side. The fourth one, which is well-known, 8, 15, and 17. Let's have a practice. Your turn, page 956, 959. Use Pythagorean triple to find the unknown side length. So here we have 2 legs. One is 18 and the other is 24. You shouldn't use the Pythagorean theorem. You have to find it by another way, which is we are going to write it as a ratio, leg to the hypotenuse. The 2 legs that I have are 18 and 24, and I should find a hypotenuse. So put the 2 numbers on your calculator, 18 divided 24 or 24 divided 18. So 18 over 24, it gives me 3 over 4 on your calculator. That means that you can write it as 3 to 4 is equal to the third one. So 3 and 4, and the third one we studied before, and it's a well-known triple, which is 3 and 4 give me the third one, which is 5. So I need to find 3 times what give me 18 and 4 times what give me 24. So I found that 3 times 6, it gives me 18, and 4 times 6 give me 24. So I can find the third one, which is 5 times 6, and give me 30. So the hypotenuse here is 30. Another example, use Pythagorean triples to find the unknown. Here I have in triangle XYZ, the hypotenuse XY has length 68, and the shorter leg is XZ has 32. So here I'm going to follow the rule, leg to hypotenuse. I know the hypotenuse, which is 68, and I know the shortest leg, which is 32. So 32 to a question mark that I don't have the second leg to 68. I'm going to follow the same rule, which is I'm going to write them on the calculator. So it will be 68 over 32, or you can use it 32 over 68, whatever. It gives me 17 over 8. So this can be written like 8 to what? To 17. So this is a triple that we took it before, which is 8 to 15 to 17. We study it and we know it. So if I need to find 8 times what give me 32 and 17 times what give me 68. So 8 times 4 give me 32 and 17 times 4 give me 68. So the middle one is 15 times 4 to get me the third one, which is in the middle, the third leg, which is 60. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any question, just contact me if you need something. Thank you very much.